Hello and welcome. Let's start with the Horn of Africa, a journey that started with a hope of escaping conflict and poverty has ended with disaster and deaths. And yet another shipwreck on the dangerous migration route between the Horn of Africa and Yemen has killed several migrants. A boat carrying 157 people capsized off Yemen's province of Abyan. As per UN's migration agency, most of them were Ethiopian migrants. So far, at least 76 people have been confirmed dead. 32 have been rescued, but dozens are still missing as their fate remains unknown. This is the latest tragedy on the dangerous yet common sea route called the Eastern Route. As per UN's migration agency, the route from the Horn of Africa to Yemen remains one of the busiest and most perilous migration routes in the world. Yet each year, thousands of migrants, particularly from Somalia and Ethiopia, take on this dangerous journey from Djibouti to Yemen across the Red Sea in the hope of a better future. These migrants cross the al-Mandab Strait that separates Djibouti and Eritrea from Yemen on flimsy boats in the hope of finding work in the oil-rich Gulf countries, such as Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. The wealthy Gulf monarchies host significant populations of foreign workers from South Asia and Africa. The al-Mandab Strait is a narrow waterway at the mouth of the Red Sea that is a major route for international trade, as well as for migration and human trafficking. To reach Yemen, these migrants are taken by smugglers on often dangerous, overcrowded boats across the Red Sea or the Gulf of Aden. Last month, at least 8 people died after smugglers forced migrants to disembark from a boat in the Red Sea. This deadly route has killed hundreds over the past 2 years. Last year, over 550 deaths were reported on the Red Sea route. Over the past decade, over 2,000 people have disappeared along the route, out of which nearly 700 were known to have drowned. Yet these dangers do not deter desperate migrants from taking this perilous journey. As per the UN's migration agency, more than 60,000 migrants arrived in Yemen last year, and the war-torn country is currently housing around 380,000 refugees and migrants. Upon reaching Yemen, the situation gets even worse for these migrants as they face other threats to their safety. As per the UN's migration agency, tens of thousands of migrants have become stranded in Yemen and suffer abuse and exploitation during their journeys. In April, more than 60 people were killed in a strike that was blamed on the United States that hit a migrant detention center in Yemen. There have been repeated international calls for safer migration to and from the Gulf countries, yet these accidents continue to take place, and the desperation to live a better life continues to lead several African migrants to their death every year.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
$36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktoren,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
Yon todo do idioma.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.